give me a thumbnail? Hello and welcome to the video. If you're new here, my name is Mike Vacanti. I am Gary's personal trainer, and in this video I'm going to tell the story of how I became Gary's personal trainer. That footage you saw was from Gary's pull session this morning. I hit my own workout afterwards. Right now, I'm actually on my way to my friend Jordan's. We're doing a Q&A. Jordan is Gary's previous personal trainer, and once we're done with that, I'll sit down and tell the story of how I became Gary's personal trainer. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
What's up, bro?
The boys.
Wow, the vlog is back. What's up, vlog?
What's up, Jordan?
OTR here.
What's up, Rico?
What's up? I just took a nap.
Nice.
He was out.
That's amazing. How'd it feel?
So good.
We ready for this Q&A?
Yeah, bro. I don't even need to say it. I think you guys just know. Different energy about this day. Like maintenance pull volume for him.
Got it.
And we got it in, but he was on 5 hours of sleep.
What's up, mentorship?
Yeah.
Just the last one.
No, we got another
one more.
Q&A. Yep.
Okay. Second to last Q&A of the year.
So Eric asks, what do you think of Instagram groups within your niche increase engagement?
Yes, 100% Instagram knows what engagement groups are. From what I've seen, they'll hurt you as opposed to help you in the long run.
For me, it just felt so disingenuous to form this group of strangers where it was strictly transactional. There was no underlying alignment in values. There was no like pre-existing relationship or friendship. It was literally just like, let's like and comment each other's shit. So a few people have asked me how did I get the job of becoming Gary's coach, and so I want to sit down and tell the story, give a little background on how this came to be. While I'm doing this, I'm going to run my workout from this morning on the screen for the sake of your entertainment, a little push day that I hit. So 2010, I graduated college, University of Wisconsin. I had an accounting degree. I had an accounting job lined up at a Big Four firm. I had some college debt. I hated accounting, and I felt trapped and stuck and like I was doing what I was supposed to and following society and suppressed by the man, and wasn't a fan of corporate culture and kind of entering a path that I didn't want to be going down. So for 2 years, from 2010 to 2012, I worked as hard as I could at my job. I spent as little money as possible to pay off my loans and to save up money. I continued to play online poker, which was a hobby of mine, and I was able to make a little bit of money on the side, waking up before work and doing that. I lived in probably the worst apartment building in all of St. Louis Park, Minnesota, and there were four of us in a 3-bedroom. I was paying like $280 a month in rent, just living bare bones, trying to save up so that I could quit my accounting job so I could get into the fitness industry. I did that in 2012. I quit my accounting job. I started a fitness blog. I got a personal training certification. I moved out of my place in Minnesota and moved into an even cheaper place in like the closet of one of my best friend Brett Lumberg's apartments in Chicago, Illinois. And there I had one in-person training client. You know, I had cash saved up, so I had 2 years of runway, but I was trying to become something in fitness. I wasn't sure what that was. I didn't picture it as a traditional personal trainer, but I was putting out content before I knew that it was content. I was writing an article a week on my website, ontheregimen.com, burning through savings, like I said, and saw a posting for an unpaid internship in New York City with Gary's previous personal trainer. So I applied for that. I got this unpaid internship by fibbing a little bit in the application process and saying that I was a New York resident, which was required for the job. In my mind, I was like, well, if I get it, I'm going to live there, so I'm basically there. And worked my way up at the internship. Eventually, it became a paid internship. I got a personal training job in New York City, so I was interning for 20 hours a week, and then I was working on the gym floor at Structure Personal Fitness, which is a great gym. I'm close with the owner. He was gracious enough to give me a job as my first real personal training job. And so I was putting out content, training clients in person, interning, and Gary reached out to his former coach and said, I'm looking for a new coach, but his former coach was in Los Angeles. And so I was recommended, and through that process and through what I would call luck. So if we want to boil this whole video down to one thing, there's a significant amount of luck to it, which I fully recognize myself. But Gary and I worked together for a brief amount of time. He ended up getting hurt playing basketball. I think we had 3 training sessions over the course of 3 months. He wasn't super serious about fitness, admittedly, and then shortly after that, he made the decision that he wanted to hire a full-time coach, to have a salaried position as his coach, train him every single day, travel with him everywhere he goes, fully invest in it. He knew that it was what he needed for himself and something that was worth investing in for him. And so he brought that up to me. I accepted. And from 2014 to 2016, I coached Gary every single day for 2 years. In 2016, Jordan Syatt, who I was just hanging out with today, who's a good friend of mine now, signed a 3-year deal coaching Gary. So from 2016 to 2019, Jordan coached Gary. During that time period, I did several things, and one that I'm especially proud of was coaching Jamie and Matt Staples to win a $150,000 weight loss bet. That was an unbelievable experience and really special to me. But literally the day after that, I remember it distinctly, it was March 26th, 2018, I saw a Garyvee where Gary and Jordan were interacting, and Gary made a comment about the shakes Mike used to make or something, and it caught my ear, and I smiled, and I texted Jordan, and we were going back and forth. And I decided then, without any real aim at the time, right? I had just got done with Jamie and Matt. I was running my own online coaching business, but I didn't have an anchor. I didn't have an anchor in my schedule. I didn't have as much direction as I wanted. And I wanted to get back in the mix with Gary. And so I sat down with him here in New York and said, hey, I'm willing for free to just help out with nutrition. Jordan had another year, maybe another 15 months left on his deal. And I said, I'm willing to help out with nutrition and just do whatever I can for you guys. And Gary was like, that would be amazing. I would love to have you. One thing though, I have this family member who I would also like you to coach. Would you be willing to do that? I said, yes, absolutely. And he asked me how much money I wanted for it. And I said, I don't want anything. I literally am just so happy to get back in the mix, because as we all know, there's truth to the saying about who you surround yourself with shapes who you become, on a practical level and on an energy level as well. And I knew that this is where I wanted to be and what I wanted to be doing. So for the next 14 months, from April 2018 until June 2019, I coached this person for free, and then Jordan and Gary and I decided that Jordan and I would alternate 3 months on, 3 months off coaching him. And so that's what we did for the last 6 months. And now Gary and I renegotiated, and I'm going to be coaching Gary, effective December 1st for the next 15 months. And so I'm very excited about that. And it might go on beyond that time period. I'm not really sure. But right now, my biggest focus is getting Gary leaner, getting him stronger, keeping him feeling really good, keeping his movement really solid, helping him get enough sleep. That's where we're at. And that's kind of the backstory to how I became Gary's personal trainer. And obviously, there were things that I did that helped me and that improved my chances. Working hard and saving, being flexible with where I was living and being able to just navigate that. Because when I initially moved to New York City, I slept on my friend's couch in Harlem for the first 6 months, paid very minimal rent. I woke up every single night for 6 months to mice squealing on the mouse traps that we had laid out. It wasn't sexy at many points in the journey, but at the end of the day, I was only in control of so much of that, and no matter what sacrifices I made or like whatever I did, there's a significant degree of luck to it. And for that, I'm just super grateful, and I'm happy to be back in the mix, like I said. And yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of work here, and then I need to deliver Gary a shake. So I will be dropping that shake off in a little bit here. You guys will see that. The shake has been delivered. I appreciate you guys watching this video. We're gonna wrap it up here. I had fun making this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts. If you want any help with any fitness related things, leave me a comment, or I'll put my email in the description. I'm happy to help with that as well. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. See you soon.